Hey YouTube, what's up? It's your old Uncle Ben Eller, back with part 2 of my Animals as Leaders guitar thump extravaganza stuff, guitar lesson-a-thon of justice. I did part 1, I guess it was probably about 2 weeks ago now, talking about how to use your thumb. You know, using your thumb to get those downstrokes and upstrokes going on for your guitar thumps. If you've not watched that video yet, go watch that one first. It's going to be really important that you cover that, because I'm not really going to get into any thumb stuff at all here. Just talk about how to use your other fingers in the technique. So check out that first video. It's probably over there in the related videos, or just go to my YouTube channel right beneath there and subscribe and tell your friends and put it on Twitter and all that stuff. And then watch the first part of the video, and that'll get you informed about how to use your thumb. Because today we're just going to talk about using these guys to get our other notes sounding out and get some more like rapid fire stuff going on. So we'll just jump right in and cover that, not really refresh anything on the thumb. Okay, so I like to conquer this stuff one finger at a time. You know, whenever I started into learning this technique and trying to get it down, I started off just working on my thumb. You know, and then after I got comfortable with that, I started incorporating my index finger. After I got pretty good at that, I started incorporating my middle finger. That's still where I'm at right now. I think that Tosin and Javier, and probably a lot of other guys too, I believe some of them use their ring finger sometimes. I've not really gotten there yet. But most everything you can do, and most everything you'd want to do, you can do with those three anyway, so you should be mostly good. But I'll get to that whenever I get there. Whatever. So let's talk about our index finger first and how to use this. Here's the sound. It's doing like a real fast triplet thing. All those notes are sounded out exclusively by the right hand here, using a downstroke with the thumb, upstroke with the thumb, upstroke with my index finger. And how to get this going on, this upstroke with the finger here, is really easy. I'm going to explain the position of my hand first, okay? Notice as I do this, I look like old Stubby. I don't have my full fingers fanned out or anything like that. It's not like playing bass, where you got to kind of have your whole finger sticking out. It's not really like that. It's a very tight, closed up kind of position, like this. It's almost a fist. I'm just talking about my index finger right now. I'm just clenching these guys up so you don't really pay attention to them. My index finger is curved in very far. It's almost touching my palm. You know, there's your visual right there. Almost touching. Not quite. It's pretty close. I'm not far away. I'm not straight out. I'm not touching my palm because I need the tip of my finger to hit the string with, so I can't do that. I'm just really close to it, like that. Okay? Here's a visual for you too. Should be able to hold a pen. Pencil, whatever you got. My thumb is on the underside of it. My pointer finger is on the top side of it. That's important. You need that. You need for the tip of this finger to be slightly below this finger. Because basically whenever you're doing this technique, here's another. Okay, my thumb is going down through the string, up through the string, and then on the way up, this finger catches it. Okay, so it's like this. Down, strike it up, and then this guy hits it on the way up. Now if he's far away, you get this real lopsided sound where it's like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. You don't want that. You want 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So it's important that that finger remain close. That way he's just the next in line to strike the string. Okay? Here's I'm going to try to give you some good close-up views and stuff here. Hopefully this will help you out. Okay. Notice the motion I'm making here. It's just like a scratch. I'm not using my whole finger to do that. I'm just really just using the bottom part of it. Just the last two knuckles. Just like I was scratching. And like I said, I'm keeping it close to my palm. That way my thumb will go through the string. It'll go up through the string. And then this guy just reaches in, catches him on the way up. Notice too, you know, I'm really letting that string come up a little bit and get popped back into place. You want that sound. You want that sound of the string like snapping back. That's what gives you that slap sound rather than just a simple smooth upstroke like that. You don't want that. You want bam, that pop. Well, something like that, huh? There you go. So you gotta have that string rebounding and smacking the fretboard like that. That's where it's at. And you're only gonna get that if you keep that finger kind of curved, you know? If it's smooth, if it's being gentle, and like the knuckle is denting in like that, that's not gonna get you there. That just sounds smooth. That's the way a bass player plays. You don't want to be a bass player, they don't get paid as much. You want to curl it in. That way it really has to be forced through the string. Okay? So again, they're in a line. That's the most important thing I can tell you. That way, as soon as I'm done with the up, this guy comes in and hits it too. Scoot up here so I can give you a better view. There you go. Just like a scratch. Now this, considering that it's like a 3-note kind of group, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, lends itself really well to triplets. Just like what I started with today. But you can also add in a left-hand hammer-on, like we talked about in the last video, to do 16th notes or 8th notes. So you could do like 1 E and left, right, right, right. So I got a hammered note, downstroke, upstroke, catch it with the index on the way up. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and Okay, so you can do 4-note groups that way too. You just got to incorporate a left-hand hammer on them. You can make that happen. Let's talk about the middle finger next too. It's not really that bad. If you can do this, this won't really be much harder. Practice with that for a while. You know, make sure you get really, really comfy with that guy before you move on to that one. At least that's what I did. I don't know. I guess you could work on both at the same time. Whatever. And here's what we're going to do. Okay, so again, keep that visual in mind, man. They need to be kind of in a line like this. That way, whenever your thumb goes through and then comes up, index finger smacks it first, and then the middle finger smacks it next. So it's 1, 2, index, middle. 1, 2, index, middle. I'm kind of exaggerating here so you can really see that. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just like that. Something. Okay. Same kind of deal. You know, you want to hold it close to your palm. Close. You don't want it sticking out. Otherwise you get that real lopsided rhythm. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. You don't want that. You want them close, just like your index finger was. Because he's going to do literally the exact same thing. It's just that little scratch motion. You know? 1, 2, scratch, scratch. And that's going to give you those 2 pops that you're looking for, like this. That was all this hand. I'm just doing down, up, index, middle. Let me scoot this up again so you can get a real good clear view of what those fingers are doing. Okay. Tulu is watching. So 2 little guys jogging in place. Notice, you know, both strings are pulling that string up and away from the board. You gotta get that percussive sound. If you want to just strengthen those 2 fingers, just hammer on a note, do those 2. For a triplet. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. You're looking for evenness in tone and rhythm. You don't want either finger to be louder or faster than the other one, or softer and slower, whatever. You want them to sound like twins, man. They got to be close together. They got to be even rhythmically and tonally. I tend to get that index finger maybe a little bit harder, so that's something I need to work on too. So, again, incorporated with that downstroke and upstroke of the thumb. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's your motion right there. Again, scratching. It's never coming too far away from my palm. It's never right up in my palm because I need my fingertips to hit those strings. It's just the sound of the string sliding off of the tip of the finger and snapping itself back into place. Just really rolling off the tip. Just like that. Right now my middle fingernail is kind of long, so it's kind of catching a little bit more than off the tip of my finger. I think for this technique it's definitely more beneficial to have some, I don't know, I guess a little bit shorter nails than what I have. That way you're not grabbing the string so much with your nail as it is rolling off the tip of your finger. You know, like when you play like slap bass and stuff like that, you kind of want it rolling off the tip of the finger too. This is the same way. Okay, so since those are groups of 4, this naturally lends itself to doing 8th note and 16th note based stuff, to where you're doing like, you know, 1 E and 2 E and up. A little sketchy, you get the idea. But involved with some left-hand hammer-ons and stuff, you can still do triplet and sextuplet, which is 16th note triplet based stuff too. So, like for example, the intro to Infinite Regression by Animals as Leaders uses all 4 right-hand notes in conjunction with 2 left-hand notes. So it's like 2 here plus 4 here equals 6 notes spread off over 1 beat. So it's like triplet, 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 left, left, right, 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 left, left, thumb, up, index, middle, left, left, thumb, up, index, middle, for a total of 6 notes. Like that. So it's just doing 2 notes of this hand, 4 notes of this hand. For a total of 6 notes to give you that sextuplet kind of sound. So you can do that kind of stuff too. But yeah, like I said, the biggest things to look for with your technique, they got to be in a line. Because like I said, we're just basically bringing our thumb through and making sure that each finger hits it in sequence. You know, if your fingers aren't in formation properly and they're just kind of like doing their own thing, it'll hit in like a really uneven kind of manner. Or you'll be using a lot of muscle groups and stuff that you don't need to make this happen. If you just keep them curved in and staggered the right way, it's going to end up going thumb, thumb, hit the index, hit the middle. Thumb, thumb, hit the index, hit the middle. It's real easy. Like I said, if you can get the thumb stuff down, this is the easy part. I don't think you'll really have any trouble with it. But I hope that gives you guys a good idea and hopefully some better views and a little bit of insight about how to make that happen so you can start playing some of your favorite riffs and writing some of your own too, you know. That's what I always do. Anytime I learn a new technique, I try to immediately start writing some riffs and stuff with it. That way I have a reason to keep pursuing that technique, you know. That way it's not just like, oh boy, I can do this. Cool. You know, if you have like a riff that you've written as a motivation or something you can hear in your head, you're like, cool, I need to keep doing this until I get that sounding perfect. So that's really the way to learn stuff and start applying it and using it really, really fast. Keep that in mind. Write some stuff with it. Learn some stuff. Learn those Animals and Leaders riffs. First one I started with was an Infinite Regression. You know, first one you hear on waitlist, so it kind of makes sense. So that's a great one to start with. And then just work around it from there. But yeah, like I said, I hope that helps you guys out a lot. Keep them in a line. Make sure it's going through in sequence. It's the biggest thing I can tell you. That's what you want. But anyway, if you have any questions, let me know. I can hit you up with a video response or maybe even just type out an answer for you. That'll help you. And I hope that continues your slap, thump education, whatever you want to call it, and get you making some crazy sounds on your guitar. So, thanks a lot for watching. Be sure to subscribe to my channel. And don't forget, I also offer one-on-one lessons via Skype to the entire world. It's a great thing to do. Sign up with some Skype lessons for me. Okay, thanks very much. Have a good night. Take it easy.